Hi there, my name's John Hall. I'm a software engineer, game developer, and owner of Whatever's Right Studios. For the past 6 or so years, I've been working on my dream project of making my own game. I've done everything myself, from making all the art assets to doing all the programming on my own proprietary game engine, and I think it's almost at a point where it's ready to start being shown. So I want to use this channel to start showing off my game, but I also want to use it to kind of show the progress and get feedback. So these first couple of videos kind of going to be showing where I'm at and what I've got working so far. And then I'd like to get to a point where I could make a video every week or two and show the progress I've made, have kind of a before and an after of what's changed in that time. Right now, I'm just finishing up my alpha, so I'm mostly focused on writing the story, polishing and implementing the gameplay, and then filling out the content of the game, so you'll be able to play through the story from the start to the end. After that's done, it's going to be a lot of polishing to try and get everything looking a lot better. And so everything I'm going to show you today is kind of a work in progress, and it's all subject to change. But all that being said, let's take a look at the game. As you can see, my game takes place in a convenience store I've named Redeemart. The concept for the game was to make a story-driven, top-down, dual-joystick shooter that takes place in a convenience store. As you can see, the main character running and somersaulting around. The brief story setup is monsters have appeared all over the earth and started attacking people, and our main character gets stuck in this store and must survive along with the help of other people in the store. A key part of the game is exploring the shelves of Redeemart. For this first video, I wanted to show an early chunk of the game where you assemble your first weapon using items purchased in the store. As you can hopefully see, it's important to me that everything in the store is grounded and has a physicality. You can go up to any shelf and look at and pick up any item. I'm hoping to record funny dialogue for every item, but it's going to be quite a lot of work, so we'll see if I get there or not. So I'm checking out some different sodas here. Go and check out a couple more shelves. Maybe we'll go over to the candy aisle. Look at a bag there. And modeling and texturing all of these items was a huge task for me. I'm not an artist by trade. So let's start assembling the gun. We'll go over here. We can take a look at this nice peanut butter first. I like this cardinal a lot. And so the first thing we need is we need some cans of nuts. So we got some nut tin cans. You can see recently I've been doing a lot of work with the UI. This I still haven't done a pass on. The bottom buttons there I have done a pass on, but you can see that prompt shows what you need to assemble your first weapon. So we need 7 cans of nuts here. Nice. We'll head off for our next item. We'll head over to the automotive aisle to get a sweet steering wheel cover, a Guy Fieri-esque flaming steering wheel cover. You can see I have a little bit of code that I try and make it so instead of clipping the models as they get a little bit too close, they'll push back. I think I could probably smooth that out a little bit still. Okay, we'll head over here. Check out this sweet barbecue. We need a spatula. And we need a jerry can. Oh, I guess we need another 2 spatulas. That's okay. Okay. All right, and we'll head over to our cashier shelf here, grab some fidget spinners. You can see on the bottom right, I have the name of all the items you pick up. And that progress is kind of moving forward on that UI there. Grab a hand fan. I like this little countertop a lot. I like the sunglasses display. It's pretty cool. And we'll head over to the classic condiment section. Grab some plastic forks. You can kind of see here, I have some shadow issues in the background there. Maybe I'll pause in a little bit and show you. Now we need some duct tape for our last item. Okay, now we got everything, we can go and assemble it. So we'll head over to the shelf where we can do some assembly. And I'm going to pause right here once we go in. Kind of one of my big ideas with this game was when I was kind of mentioning the physicality, I wanted to kind of have the objects in the store feel real and you put the stuff together yourself to make these weapons. I love, like in Dead Rising, the fact that you can assemble weapons, but I kind of hate that the camera cuts away. So I wanted to kind of have an interactive way where the user is able to assemble it themselves. So as we kind of go through here, you see there's button prompts. This is part of the UI work I did recently. So every time I hit A, I'm putting another tin in there. Here you got to rotate both joysticks. This is supposed to be like duct taping all the cans together. When you come back, you can see that. Here we're gonna slice lots of different cans, so you're flicking the sticks all over to add these holes to cut it up. And then we gotta kick through the front of it, so you're pulling the sticks back, then pushing them forward. Doing the tape again. So one little bit of progress I will show is you can see the camera movement here is fairly smooth. I actually worked on that this week. I switched over to using quaternions for interpolation. And here I've got a throwback clip. This is from 2 years ago, what this used to look like. So you do the tape. You can also see kind of the old UI. And then when I do this rotation here, it's pretty awkward and chunky. And I'll show you the smooth one again. So there's a little bit of kind of the progress of what I've been working on. And we're back to, now we're gonna put some fidget spinners in. So one cool thing with this button UI I worked on, you can see I unplugged my controller there and it defaulted to keyboard. So it'll dynamically switch UIs depending on what's plugged in. I switch back. And I'm using, I think his name's Zeluse free button icons. In the description, I'll link them, but it was really great because it had all the folders set up so I could switch through them all. Okay, you can see my first room culling needs some help here. Same thing with my shadows. I've got a lot of graphics bugs I kind of need to iron out in here. I'm not sure if I've mentioned it yet, but this whole game is written in C++ and it's OpenGL right now. Probably gonna have to port it at some point, but there we go. We assemble the weapon. So now we can run around and it's more of a dual joystick shooter. You can spin around. Got some particles set up, some smoke comes out. So that's going to be it for the first video. I wanted to show off the store and one of the mechanics for the first one, for DevLog 0. Thanks for watching along. I really appreciate it. If you have any thoughts or questions, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. I'm really excited to get going on this and be able to show where the game is at. Thanks a ton. Bye.